Hello, coin lovers. Today we have 5 incredible coins to explore, each with its own unique story and value. From rare Lincoln Memorial pennies to historic dollars, these coins are true treasures for collectors. Well, welcome to our channel. Stay with us as we take a closer look at these fascinating pieces, their history, and what makes them so valuable. You won't want to miss a single detail of these amazing coins. First coin. The United States has a rich history of coinage, and among the many fascinating coins that collectors seek, the Eisenhower dollar stands out for its unique design and historical significance. One particular coin that has captured the attention of numismatists and collectors alike is the 1972 Eisenhower dollar with a D mint mark. This coin, in very fine condition, despite its circulation scratches, has become a true gem in the world of collectible coins, commanding astonishing prices in today's auction market, often reaching up to $600,000. The Eisenhower dollar was first issued in 1971 to honor President Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States, and a revered World War II general. It was the first dollar coin issued by the United States after the Peace Dollar series ended in 1935, and it holds a special place in modern numismatics. The coin itself is composed of copper nickel clad for circulation coins, and some special collector editions were struck in 40% silver. Its large size, detailed design, and historical relevance make it a prized possession for collectors around the world. What makes the 1972 D mint mark Eisenhower dollar so remarkable is not just its age, but its scarcity in high-grade condition. Coins from this era were heavily circulated, meaning that very few specimens have survived with minimal wear. Even though our coin exhibits minor scratches from its circulation, its overall quality remains very fine, which is a significant factor in determining its high value. Collectors are particularly drawn to coins that retain their original luster and show clear details in the designs, and the 1972 D Eisenhower dollar meets these criteria admirably. On the obverse of the coin, you'll see the striking portrait of President Eisenhower. Designed by Frank Gasparro, this portrait captures the dignity and character of Eisenhower, reflecting both his military leadership and presidential legacy. The details of his face, the contours of his hair, and the crispness of the lettering around the rim all contribute to the coin's appeal. On the reverse, there's an equally iconic design featuring an eagle landing on the moon, clutching an olive branch, surrounded by 13 stars, representing the original colonies. This reverse design was inspired by the Apollo 11 mission insignia, connecting the coin to one of America's greatest achievements in space exploration. The mint mark D indicates that this particular coin was produced at the Denver Mint. Coins from different mints can vary in rarity, and the Denver Mint Eisenhower dollars from 1972 are known to have lower survivorship in higher grades compared to Philadelphia and San Francisco mints. This mint mark, combined with the coin's condition and historical importance, contributes significantly to its valuation. The value of the 1972 D Eisenhower dollar has surged in recent years due to increasing interest in high-grade collectibles and the scarcity of coins in very fine or better condition. In today's auction market, coins like this one can fetch prices in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. The $600,000 figure reflects not only the rarity and condition, but also the demand among serious collectors who understand the historical and numismatic significance of this coin. It's fascinating to see how a coin that was once everyday pocket change has transformed into a highly coveted collectible and a sound investment for numismatists. Collectors also appreciate the story behind each coin. The Eisenhower dollar represents a period of American history marked by both political stability and cultural change. President Eisenhower's leadership during the post-World War II era, combined with the excitement of the space race and the Apollo missions, gives the coin a narrative that adds depth to its tangible value. Owning a 1972 D mint mark Eisenhower dollar is not just about holding a piece of metal, it's about connecting with a chapter of American history and preserving it for future generations. When examining a coin like this, collectors look for several factors beyond mere eye appeal: the strike quality, the detail in both the obverse and reverse, the overall wear, and the presence of any circulation. Scratches all play a role in its grading and ultimate auction value. Even with light scratches from handling and circulation, this coin's very fine condition means that the details remain sharp, the high points of the design are intact, and the overall aesthetic appeal is preserved. Auction houses that specialize in rare coins, both in the United States and internationally, often list coins like this in high-profile events where collectors compete for the most desirable pieces. The bidding can be intense, reflecting the prestige of owning such a rare example of American coinage. For those interested in investing in rare coins, the 1972 D Eisenhower dollar represents a combination of historical importance, scarcity, and beauty, qualities that ensure its value will remain significant for decades to come. In conclusion, the 1972 D mint mark Eisenhower dollar is much more than a large silver-colored coin. It's a symbol of American history, a testament to expert craftsmanship, and a prized collector's item. Its very fine condition, despite minor circulation scratches, makes it one of the most sought-after Eisenhower dollars, and its valuation in today's auction market, reaching around $600,000, underscores its rarity and desirability. For collectors and enthusiasts, this coin represents the pinnacle of modern numismatics, offering both historical insight and significant investment potential. Owning such a coin is not only a privilege, but also a connection to the legacy of one of America's most respected presidents and a fascinating era in American history. Next coin, the incredible story behind a 1982 Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin with no mint mark, a coin that may look ordinary but holds surprising value in the world of collectors. The year 1982 was a very important turning point for the United States penny. During this time, the U.S. Mint made a major transition in how pennies were produced. Earlier coins were made mostly of copper, but in 1982, the composition began changing to a zinc core with a thin copper coating. Because of this transition, multiple varieties of 1982 pennies were created, making this year especially interesting and valuable for collectors. Now, the coin we are focusing on has no mint mark, which means it was minted in Philadelphia. Coins from this mint traditionally did not carry a mint mark at that time, making them slightly more subtle but still highly collectible, depending on their condition and specific characteristics. This particular coin is described as circulated, meaning it has been used in everyday transactions. Over time, it has developed scratches, signs of wear, and general handling marks. These are completely normal for coins that have been in circulation, and they tell a story of the coin's journey through countless hands and transactions. Despite these signs of wear, the coin is still considered to be in very fine condition. This means that while there are visible scratches and wear, the important design details remain clear and well-defined. You can still see the features of Abraham Lincoln's portrait, including the shape of his face and the outline of his coat. On the reverse side, the Lincoln Memorial design remains visible, with most of its structure intact, even if some finer details have softened over time. What makes this coin truly special is not just its condition, but its rarity and historical significance. Because 1982 was a transition year, certain variations are much harder to find than others. Collectors are always searching for coins that stand out, whether due to composition differences, die varieties, or unique characteristics that separate them from the millions of others produced that year. In today's auction market, a 1982 Lincoln Memorial penny with no mint mark, especially one that falls into a rare variety category and maintains a very fine condition, can reach values as high as $52,000. This kind of price may seem unbelievable for a 1-cent coin, but in the world of numismatics, rarity and demand can turn even the smallest denomination into a highly valuable collectible. Another important factor that influences value is authenticity and grading. Professional grading services carefully examine coins to determine their condition, authenticity, and any unique features they may have. A coin that is verified and graded by experts often attracts more attention from serious collectors, increasing its potential auction value. If you ever come across a 1982 penny, it's worth taking a closer look. Start by checking for the mint mark, or in this case, the absence of one. Then examine the coin's overall condition. Look for scratches, wear patterns, and how much detail remains in the design. Even small differences can have a big impact on value. Lighting can also help you notice important details. Hold the coin under a bright light and tilt it slightly to see how the surface reflects. This can reveal hidden features or subtle differences that might not be visible at first glance. A magnifying glass can also be useful for spotting finer details. Coin collecting is not just about collecting money, it's about discovering history, understanding rarity, and finding hidden treasures in everyday life. The 1982 Lincoln Memorial penny is a perfect example of how a simple coin can carry a story of change, transition, and unexpected value. Next coin, the 1960 Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin with no mint mark. While it might look ordinary at first glance, this coin holds incredible value for collectors due to its rarity, history, and unique condition. The 1960 Lincoln Memorial penny was minted in Philadelphia, as indicated by the absence of a mint mark. At that time, the Philadelphia Mint produced the majority of pennies in circulation, making them common in everyday transactions. However, certain features, combined with age and survival rate, make some coins from that year highly sought after by collectors. This particular coin has been heavily circulated. That means it has passed through countless hands over decades, showing signs of wear and tear from everyday use. Heavy circulation often softens the details of the design, such as Lincoln's profile and the intricate columns of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. While circulated coins are usually less valuable than uncirculated examples, rarity and specific conditions can make even a worn coin highly collectible. On this coin, you can notice scratches across its surface. These scratches are evidence of decades of handling and contact with other coins. There are also dark spots on the coin, often caused by oxidation or exposure to different environments over time. These spots can give the coin a distinctive appearance, which collectors sometimes find appealing, as it reflects its authentic journey through circulation. Uneven toning is another feature of this coin. Toning occurs when a coin's metal reacts with air, moisture, or chemicals over time. In this case, the 1960 Lincoln Memorial penny shows areas of lighter and darker shades, giving it a unique character. Some collectors see uneven toning as a mark of authenticity, showing that the coin has aged naturally and has not been artificially altered. Despite the heavy circulation, scratches, dark spots, and uneven toning, this coin remains in a condition that is attractive to collectors because it represents a piece of history that has survived over 6 decades. Each mark and imperfection tells a story of the coin's life, from being spent at local stores, saved in jars, or exchanged countless times, making it more than just currency. It becomes a tangible connection to the past. What makes this coin truly remarkable is its value in today's auction market. A 1960 Lincoln Memorial penny with no mint mark, even in heavily circulated condition with visible wear, can fetch approximately $43,000. This might sound astonishing for a coin that originally was worth just 1 cent, but numismatic value is determined not only by face value, but also by rarity, demand, historical significance, and condition. It's important to understand why collectors are willing to pay such high prices. Coins like this are scarce in the market. While many 1960 pennies exist, only a small percentage survive with enough detail and distinctive features to attract serious collectors. Coins that have survived decades of use, with all their marks and natural toning, offer a unique glimpse into history that cannot be replicated. Authenticity and grading also play a crucial role. Collectors often rely on professional grading services to verify the coin's condition, origin, and any unique features. A coin that has been authenticated and graded professionally carries a higher level of trust, which can significantly increase its auction price. For a coin like the 1960 Lincoln Memorial penny, professional verification ensures buyers know exactly what they are getting, making it easier to justify its high value. For anyone interested in coin collecting, or even just curious about rare pennies, this coin is a perfect example of why paying attention to details matters. Even pennies that seem ordinary at first glance can hold extraordinary value if you know what to look for. Checking the mint mark, examining the level of circulation, observing toning, scratches, and spots, and understanding the historical context can reveal hidden treasures in everyday coins. Coins are not just pieces of metal, they are stories of the past, reflecting the economy, society, and daily life of the time they were made. The 1960 Lincoln Memorial penny is more than just a collectible. It is a piece of American history that has survived the test of time, carrying both character and value. Next coin. The 1985 Lincoln Memorial penny was minted in Denver, which is indicated by the small D mint mark on the coin. This coin is part of a long-running series that began in 1959, celebrating Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Over the years, collectors have closely followed this series, looking for variations, errors, and coins that have survived in particularly good condition despite being circulated. This specific coin has been circulated, meaning it has seen regular use in everyday transactions. Circulated coins typically show signs of wear, scratches, and minor imperfections that result from handling, carrying in pockets, or passing through countless hands. While circulated coins are generally less valuable than uncirculated ones, certain factors can make them highly desirable to collectors, especially when they are rare or display unique characteristics. When examining this 1985 D Lincoln penny, you can notice scratches across its surface. These scratches tell the story of a coin that has been in use for decades, adding to its authenticity and historical value. The wear and tear are also evident on the edges and high points of the design, showing softening in the details of Lincoln's face and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Despite this, the overall design remains clear, which is critical in determining the coin's collectability. The value of this coin in today's auction market is estimated at around $39,000. This may seem surprising for a 1-cent coin, but rarity and demand in numismatics can dramatically increase the value of certain pieces. Not all 1985 D pennies are worth this much. The ones that command high prices usually possess distinguishing features, are well preserved despite circulation, or are part of a limited number that survived in such condition. One of the key reasons collectors prize coins like this is the historical context. The 1980s were a time of transition in U.S. coin production. While pennies were no longer made entirely of copper, as in earlier decades, they still had a copper-plated zinc composition. Some coins from this period display subtle variations due to the minting process, which makes them attractive to collectors seeking examples of every variety in the series. Even though this coin shows scratches and signs of wear, its circulated condition does not prevent it from being highly valuable. In fact, the story it tells through these imperfections can enhance its appeal. Collectors often value coins that demonstrate a tangible history, reflecting how they were used in daily life over decades. Each mark and scratch becomes a part of the coin's narrative, linking it to the time when it was first minted and used. Another factor that impacts value is authentication and grading. Coins that are verified by professional grading services provide collectors with confidence in their investment. For a 1985 D Lincoln penny, having it professionally graded ensures that the coin is genuine, that the condition is accurately assessed, and that it is not altered or damaged in a way that would reduce its value. Professional verification can also significantly increase interest at auctions, helping the coin reach its full market potential. For those interested in coin collecting or just curious about rare pennies, this coin demonstrates the importance of examining details carefully. Observing the mint mark, checking for wear and scratches, and looking at the overall condition can help identify coins that may be more valuable than they first appear. Even a coin that has been in circulation for decades can be a hidden treasure. Coins are more than just currency. They are pieces of history. The 1985 D Lincoln Memorial penny is a perfect example of how a simple 1-cent coin can carry a story of American history, minting evolution, and collector interest. While it may have scratches and show wear from decades of use, it still stands as a testament to the importance of preserving and appreciating these small yet significant pieces of our past. Next coin, the 1988 Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin with a D mint mark. While it may look like an ordinary coin used in everyday transactions, this particular piece has become highly valuable in the collector's market due to its rarity, age, and unique characteristics. The 1988 Lincoln Memorial penny was minted in Denver, which is represented by the small D mint mark on the coin. The Lincoln Memorial series, which began in 1959, has always been popular among collectors because of its historical significance and the intricate design of the reverse side. Over the years, enthusiasts have been looking for coins with specific features, unique variations, or coins that have survived in good condition despite circulation. This 1988 D penny has been circulated, meaning it has been used in daily transactions for decades. Circulated coins typically show scratches, wear on the high points of the design, and minor imperfections caused by handling or contact with other coins. While circulated coins are generally considered less valuable than uncirculated examples, certain factors, such as rarity and unique physical characteristics, can make a circulated coin surprisingly valuable. Upon close inspection, you will notice scratches across the surface of this coin. These scratches are evidence of the coin's journey through countless pockets, cash registers, and coin jars over the years. In addition to scratches, there is clear wear and tear that has softened some of the finer details, particularly on Lincoln's portrait and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Despite these signs of circulation, enough detail remains for collectors to appreciate the coin's design and historical significance. The value of this 1988 Lincoln penny in today's auction market is estimated at around $32,000. It may seem incredible for a coin that originally had a face value of just 1 cent, but in the world of numismatics, rarity, condition, and collector demand are what truly determine value. Not every 1988 penny is worth this much. Only coins with distinguishing characteristics and those that have survived decades in reasonable condition command such high prices. One of the reasons this coin is particularly desirable is its historical context. By the late 1980s, pennies were no longer made entirely of copper, but consisted of a zinc core with a thin copper plating. Coins from this period sometimes show subtle variations due to the minting process, and these variations are highly sought after by collectors who aim to gather every type within the Lincoln Memorial series. Even with scratches and wear, this circulated coin carries value because it tells a story of its time in use. Collectors often appreciate coins that show signs of real-life handling, as each mark or worn edge is a piece of history. The scratches and wear do not detract from the coin's importance. Instead, they highlight the coin's journey through everyday life and its survival over decades. Another critical factor in determining the value of a coin like this is professional authentication and grading. Grading services carefully examine coins to determine their authenticity, condition, and any unique features they may possess. Having this coin professionally graded provides potential buyers with confidence in its value, helping it achieve top prices at auctions. A certified 1988 Lincoln penny with visible circulation, scratches, and wear becomes a verified collectible, which significantly enhances its market appeal. For those who are new to coin collecting, this coin illustrates the importance of paying attention to details. Observing the mint mark, examining wear patterns, and identifying subtle characteristics can reveal coins that may be more valuable than they initially appear. Even coins that have been in circulation for decades can be hidden treasures if they meet certain rarity and condition criteria. Coins are more than just money. They are historical artifacts. The 1988 Lincoln Memorial penny is a perfect example of how a simple 1-cent coin can carry a story of American history, minting processes, and collector interest. While it may show scratches and wear, it remains a valuable collectible that reflects its journey through time. So next time you receive a quarter, take a moment to examine it carefully. It may not be just another coin. It could be a rare piece of history waiting to be discovered. If you enjoy learning about valuable coins, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with fellow collectors. Keep searching, keep learning, and one day your simple coin might change your life.